Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a lovely little girl who smiled throughout the day. Her name was Cinderella, and there was no child more joyful in the land. But then one day, her mother died, and Cinderella's father took her hand. "We will plant a tree," he said, "and when you're full of doubt and fear, bring your troubled heart beneath this tree, and Mother will be here." Several years had come and gone when Cinderella's father died. The broken-hearted child ran to her mother's tree and cried and cried. Her tears fell down upon the earth and made the tree to grow. And to this day, when she is sad, both tree and mother know. Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be.
Come along, girls. So great. The butcher was certainly chatty with you today.
He had a pork on sale.
Pork wasn't all he was pitching.
The butcher's wife never goes hungry.
I'd rather starve.
That'll be the day.
Would you just look at that hat? I simply must try it on. Cinderella! Wait here while we finish our shopping.
Yes, stepmother. Have you ever seen a slower girl in your life?
Hey, who you calling slow?
Not you, stupid. Her.
Oh, hey, who you calling stupid?
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love is
sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me.
I saw it first! Did so!
So much squabbling, girls! Remember, restraint above all else. So, Joy, Master Boxhorn was certainly giving you the hairy eyeball.
He's too short!
What he lacks in height, he makes up for in cash.
But, Mother, you always said no girl should marry for money!
No! I said for money only. Anyway, that was when you were younger, dear.
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me, waiting somewhere. Oh, excuse me, miss, I'm so sorry. Are you all right? Please forgive me.
I do. I mean,
What's your name?
what's yours?
You know, I really think names are overrated. I mean, what's in a name?
Exactly.
Well, it was nice bumping into you.
You're very kind.
Everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect. Lionel!
Oh, so much to do. The gangway! Coming through royal business, huh? They look lively, everyone. Huh? Hey, move it or lose it. Hear ye, a royal proclamation. Hear ye all. This will be of special interest to ye. The prince is giving a ball.
What?
The prince is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball, giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman? Herman Gregory James is giving a ball.
He's giving a ball, he's giving a ball, he's giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball!
Let me see one of those.
Well, imagine running into you here.
You're not going to tell my mom, are you?
You know I got your back, Your Highness. Read it and read
Every eligible young maiden in the kingdom is hereby commanded to attend for introduction to the prince. Lionel, what's this all about?
Do I look like the social director to you?
I should have known. This has my mother written all over it.
The prince is giving a ball!
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of Her Majesty Queen Constantina, Charlotte Ermentrude, Guinevere Maisie, Maisie Marguerite Anne, is giving a ball.
The royal steward, what news does he bring?
They spread the news from far and wide.
Prince is giving a ball?
They say he wants to find a
He
bride.
may find one at the ball.
If only he'd proposed to me.
Why shouldn't he propose to me?
Just relieve the hair and clothes to me.
The prince is giving a ball!
Cinderella, hurry home with those packages.
Yes, stepmother.
Now, if you please, their majesties, request your finest silk.
Our best brocade in every shade.
And lace as white as milk. Ah.
I'll wear a gown of satin jade. And me, I'm in a pink brocade. And me, I'm in the 7th grade.
Surely I'll need a side of ham and lots of beef fillets.
A marbleized steak, a rack of lamb.
And veal you'll raise to praise. Ah,
I wish I didn't like to eat.
all right.
I wish I were demure and sweet.
Limburger cheese and gourmandise.
Cheddar, Gruyere, and blue.
Woo! Chunks of Swiss in barrels, please make sure that it's holy too. Puddings and pies and rum souffles, succulent chocolate rounds.
Cream puffs that you can chew away.
To gain some royal pounds. Ah!
The prince is giving a ball.
Excellent, excellent. Perfect. Good, good, good. Ooh, none of those, please. I'll need 3 of them. Flowers, good. I need poppies. What? What? Please. Really? Sir, come on. Please. Ooh, bread. Good, 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 good. Oh, it's delicious. Good, good. I'll need 5 of them, please. Good, good. Ha! Excellent, excellent. Good, good, good. Ah. Ooh. Huh? Huh? 1, 2, good. 3, 4, excellent. 5, 6, 7, good, good, good. Oh boy. How many? That won't do at all. More of them, please. Good. Oh boy. Excellent.
There you are.
200 orchids, 400 poppies, 600 roses, 800 lilies. 1,000 oranges, 2,000 plums. Strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, gooseberry. Son of Her Majesty, Queen Upside Down Cake, chocolate and cheddar, and Charlotte and Maisie, son of His Caviar, King Maximilian, Godfrey Ladislas, Leopold Sidney. Frederick John is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. Come on, come on.
He's giving a ball. He's giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
You did not. Yes, I'm wearing it to the ball. It looks better on me.
No, it doesn't!
It matches my skin tone.
Oh!
Girls, please, let's try to behave ourselves. After all, the prince
Is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. They spread the news from far and wide. The prince is giving a ball.
Let the fire go out. It's cold enough to hang meat in here.
Well, close the door, Cinderella. Door.
Cinderella, the door.
Cinderella, close the window.
Cinderella, my chair.
Cinderella, close the window.
Cinderella, my chair.
Cinderella, the window.
Cinderella, my chair.
Cinderella, make some tea, honey.
Cinderella, iron my dress. I'll need it.
Oh, Cinderella, lay out my new gown for this evening.
Oh, Cinderella, wash my gloves for tomorrow.
Cinderella, it's freezing.
Cinderella, poke the fire.
Cinderella, close the window.
Really, Cinderella?
It's freezing.
Close the window.
Close the window.
Close the window.
Cinderella, close the window.
Now you listen, and you listen good. We've exactly 1 week until the ball, and I do not intend to waste this opportunity. You two will be the loveliest, most well-spoken, and vivacious maidens at that ball. If it is the last thing I do, am I understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Just imagine the prince asking for my daughter's hand in marriage.
Which daughter is that, I wonder?
I'm younger and more appealing.
The oldest marries first.
That's an old wives' tale.
Why do you think there are so many old wives running around?
Girls, don't start.
Mother, Cinderella simply refuses to close that door.
Hold your tongue and do as you're told. Now, once and for all, close that door.
Have you ever seen a lazier girl in your life?
Who you calling lazy?
You want a piece of me?
Enough! Now, my daughters, we need to have a talk. Not you. I want to talk to my real daughters. You tend that fire and serve us tea.
Yes, stepmother. I want crumpets with my tea.
Like I don't crumpets, Cinderella.
Coming right up.
My darlings, I cannot stress strongly enough how imperative it is that you make a proper impression upon the prince. You know, I will not be around forever to care for you.
Why not?
Yeah, where are you going?
What I mean to say is that I do not intend to spend the rest of my life slaving away in this house. Cinderella! The crumpets! I have devoted my entire life to your comfort and well-being. Is it asking too much that I spend my golden years in a cottage by the sea?
And leave us here?
Alone? Not alone, with husbands. You know, it takes a certain amount of income to maintain our lifestyle. The funds your stepfather left will not last forever, and money does not grow on trees.
I know that. It comes from the bank.
And how do you suppose it gets to the bank?
Oh, and the banker goes and gets it from wherever it does grow, but not on trees.
Money doesn't grow anywhere. It's inherited. Which is precisely why I'm determined to see each of you marry within the year. So, either you make a proper impression upon the prince, or it's back to the butcher and Master Boxhorn. Am I understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Just imagine me, the mother of a princess. Now come along, girls. Enough excitement for one day. It's time for your beauty rest, and heaven knows you could use it.
Here you go. Fresh baked crumpets.
Not now, Cinderella. We're going to nap. Have dinner prepared when we awake. Smoke the salmon.
Bake the bread.
Poach the pears.
And Cinderella,
Close that door.
Yes, ma'am. I wonder why they're so tired. Looking at all those beautiful things and buying so many of them. I was too excited to be tired. I love this room. When they're all gone and there's no one here but me.
Cinderella!
Yes, ma'am.
Stop galomping around down there like an elephant. We're trying to nap.
Yes, ma'am. I was just going to sit down anyway. I love sitting down right here. I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl men go mad for, love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru, I'm a mermaid dancing along the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous kind of sport, and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to meet my quarry, but I find I forgot to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle, all alone and unarmed, when I meet a lioness in her lair. Then I'm glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. Oh. Every eligible young maiden in the kingdom is commanded to attend for introduction to the prince. Every eligible young maiden. That means me. I am going to the ball. I am in the royal palace of all places. I am chatting with the prince and king and queen. And the color on my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. Oh, but wait, I don't have anything to wear. Of course. The dress Mother wore the night she met Father. He said she was the most beautiful girl in the entire world. It's wonderful. I'll have to take up the hem a bit. Maybe a blue sash. Oh, it's going to be perfect. La 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 la. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
A fine father you are. You never worry about him.
Well, what's wrong with him?
He isn't happy.
Oh, of course he is.
If he's happy, why doesn't he get married?
If he's happy, why should he get married? Oh, well, it's no use trying to get these buttoned. They'll just have to do as is.
Don't be ridiculous. You look like 5 pounds of flour in a 2-pound sack. The royal tailor will just have to make you a new suit.
But this suit is in perfect shape.
No one is questioning the shape the suit is in, darling.
Mother!
Oh, doesn't anybody in this house know?
Darling, we were just talking about
Your
you.
mother was talking. I was listening.
And where have you been in that costume?
Why wasn't I consulted about this ball that I'm supposedly giving?
Oh, darn, you found out. It was supposed to be a surprise birthday party. Well, surprise!
It's 3 months until my birthday, and since when does a birthday party require the attendance of, every eligible young maiden in the kingdom?
What? Let me. Oh, well, you know those royal printers. They never get anything right.
Mom, I want this ball called off immediately.
But, darling, it's impossible to cancel once you've got the ball rolling.
Ball rolling.
Well, then you can just count me out.
Your Highness. Look, Chris, we don't want to pressure you, but you do have certain obligations.
What your father's trying to say is that it's time you choose a bride and produce an heir. After all, someday soon this kingdom will be yours.
Oh, not that soon.
I long to hear the pitter-patter of little feet on the marble again.
All I'm asking is to find a bride for myself. I guess for some reason, I have this old-fashioned idea that I want to fall in love before I get married, like you did.
That's what we want for you too, son.
Of course it is, darling. Well, thank goodness we have that all settled. Now I have prepared a short guest list for your approval.
Oh, you haven't heard a word I've said.
Family and close friends, darling. Terribly intimate.
Your Majesties!
Oh,
Your Highness, if you please. Now, I couldn't help overhearing, and I probably shouldn't interfere.
Probably.
But perhaps we could reach a royal Compromise.
Compromise.
What do you think this is, a democracy?
What kind of compromise, Lionel?
Well, let's say you suck it up and go along with the ball.
I'm loving this idea so far.
And if he finds the girl of his dreams, great. But if he doesn't...
Lionel, you're brilliant. Okay, I'll do it. But if I don't meet the right girl at the ball, you let me fall in love in my own time, no matter how long it takes.
But
With no interference. Dad.
Well, it does have a certain logic to it.
of course, darling. If that's the way you want it, that's the way it will be.
Thank you. Thank you,
You know,
both.
son, there's only one way to find the girl of your dreams.
What's that?
Dumb luck. Let's just hope it runs in the family.
Love you both.
Don't worry, your majesties. I'm sure he'll find the right girl at the ball. I can just feel it in my bones.
You'll feel it in your bones if he doesn't.
Oh, no.
Max, suppose he doesn't meet the right girl at the ball. What then?
Well, then, he'll just meet her somewhere else. Isn't that the way it always happens? Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
They walk on every village street. They walk in lanes where branches meet, and stars send down their blessings from the blue. They go through storms of doubt and fear, and so they go from year to year, believing in each other as we do. Bravely marching forward two by two.
Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies.
They love just as we
love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings
and many things
have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
So, tell me, why did you run away again this morning after I begged you?
I had a remarkable day. No one treated me like a prince. I was just a normal person.
You know what? Normal people are not all they're cracked up to be. I'm a normal person. Doesn't that tell you anything? They're all out there wishing they could be you.
Because they don't know what it's really like.
Listen, you're rich. You live in a gorgeous palace, and you have every woman in the kingdom throwing herself at you. Is there something I'm not getting?
I have no life of my own. Everything is decided for me. You should know that better than anyone. Always hanging over me like a cloud. Everywhere I go, everything I do.
I'm your royal steward. And this disappearing act has got to stop. It's too dangerous.
I was careful.
Not you, me. I can't keep lying to your mom about where you are all the time. They got laws against that. Now, let's say we slip into something a little less comfortable. Your Highness.
The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere. The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see.
And the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me.
Waiting somewhere.
Waiting somewhere.
Waiting somewhere.
Tonight, my girls will be the envy of everyone at the ball.
Do you really think so, Mother?
She said so, didn't she?
Why, our family has always been known for its fascinating women. And myself might have married a prince if I'd had the advantages you girls have. If I'd had someone to push me like you girls do, someone to sacrifice everything for me. So tell me, Grace, what will you say when you meet the prince?
Well, you said that I should show him that there's more to me than just mere beauty. So I am going to recite a poem.
Poetry boring.
It's not.
It's so.
Not.
So much bickering, so little time. For heaven's sakes, Grace, stop scratching yourself.
I can't help it. You know I get itchy when I get nervous.
Puppycock. Now, Joy, tell me, how do you plan to make an impression upon the prince?
I've been cultivating my naturally infectious laughter.
As if.
The prince's every witty remark will be met with peals of delighted laughter.
I beg of you, whatever you do not snort at the prince. Remember, girls, the clever bride hides her flaws.
Until after the wedding.
So what do you think?
Think about what, Cinderella?
My dress for the ball.
Ball. You.
What's so funny? Every eligible girl is commanded to attend.
I'll do the commanding around here. So tell me, Lady Cinderella, how do you plan to capture the prince?
I won't try to capture him. I'll get to know him. Ask him about
Fascinating. Take my advice, Cinderella, which I give with all my heart. Know your place and be satisfied with it. And your place is here.
You were going to go to the ball in that funky thing?
Now that's funny.
Girls, there's no need to be mean. Cinderella, I think your dress is sweet. Really, it becomes you. It's just that, oh, well. Cheap cloth, Cinderella, like what you're cut from.
This is my mother's dress, and it's beautiful.
Your mother was common, and so is that dress. And so are you.
If my father were alive...
But he's not! Is he?
I have as much right to go to the ball as they do.
Right. You have a right. When your father died, everyone said, throw her into the street. After all, she's not your daughter. But no, I kept you on all these years. Sacrificed for you at the expense of my own daughters. And this is the thanks I get.
Have you ever seen a more ungrateful girl in your life?
Who you calling ungrateful?
Sister, you are working my last good nerve.
Girls! Now, I do not want you getting upset. Be a swan, Grace. Be a swan. Shoulders back, Joy. And do try to look up to your name. Oh, girls, there's the carriage. This is our big chance. Do not fail me now. And remember, restraint above all else. Good. Cinderella, the door.
I am standing by His Highness of all places, and we face the court magnificently clothed. I'm the envy of 1,000 staring faces who have just heard that I am his betrothed. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone. I don't know what to do, Mother. I try so hard to win their affection, but nothing I do is right. Why do they hate me so much? What's wrong with me? I wish I could go to the ball, I do. I wish it with all my heart. I wish I could go to the ball. Please. I wish I could go.
Falderall and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-faddle, all the wishes in the world, a poppycock and twaddle.
Who are you?
I'm your fairy godmother, honey.
You?
You got a problem with that?
No, it's just that...
Let me guess. A tutu and a magic wand, huh?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Been there, done that. Aren't you gonna invite me in?
Oh, forgive me, godmother, of course. Come round to the door.
Don't bother.
But how did you get in?
The window.
The window?
Yeah, the window. Aren't you gonna offer me some tea?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'll just light the fire. But it was out. Oh, the kettle's hot. That's very curious. Flowers! Oh, but you brought them, didn't you?
I thought they would brighten up the room. Your water's boiling.
Please sit down. I'll have it in a minute.
Thank you.
May I ask you something?
Within reason.
Why have you come? Is it because you heard my wish?
Wishes. Falderall and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-faddle, all the wishes in the world, a poppycock and twaddle.
You don't believe that, do you? That wishes are poppycock?
Why shouldn't I?
Well, it's just that whenever I dream of having a fairy godmother...
Dreams, huh? Falderall and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle, all the dreamers in the world are dizzy in the noodle.
So my wishes are poppycock, and I'm crazy for dreaming? With a fairy godmother like that, who needs a stepmother?
You know what her problem is? That she can't handle how fabulous you are.
Fabulous. Me?
Yeah, those Goyles of boys can't hold a candle to you, and they all know it. The jealousy. That's why they treat you as they do.
But they're my family. They're all I've got.
Believe me, honey, when your daddy remarried, this is not what he had in mind for you.
You talk like you knew him.
I did know him.
And Mother?
Very well.
Was she... My mother, I mean. Was she beautiful?
Well, people did seem to think so, but your mama never put much stock in beauty. The way you look isn't really something you can take credit or blame for, is it?
I wish I'd known her.
So does she, honey.
I've wished so hard.
Wishes again? Look, it is true that everything starts with a wish, but it is what you do with a wish that counts.
So my wish to go to the ball?
Falderall and fiddle-dee-dee. How would you get there? I suppose one of these pumpkins is going to magically transform into a golden carriage, huh? And that these mice, they're going to turn into horses to pull your magic carriage?
Of course not. That's impossible.
If you say so. Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such folderol and fiddle-dee-dee, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. Impossible.
Impossible?
Impossible.
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 But wait, if impossible things are happening every day, then why not my impossible wish? I wish I could go to that ball tonight more than anything in the world. I wish it for every girl who ever wanted to go to a dance and was told she couldn't. I wish that all the kind hearts in the universe would put their heads together.
The kind hearts would put their heads
You
together.
know what I mean. I just want every good soul to hear my wish and know that I'm ready to do everything I can to make it come true.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be turned to horses. Such folderol and fiddle-dee-dee, of course, is impossible.
But the world is full of zanies and fools.
Impossible.
Who don't believe in sensible rules.
Impossible.
And won't believe what sensible people
Falderall
say.
and fiddle-dee-dee.
And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes.
Impossible things are happening every...
You know what? If I wanted to go to that ball badly enough, nothing could stop me.
You know what? You're right.
There are bound to be carriages going by. I can catch a ride with one of them.
Of course you can.
And I can fix that dress in nothing flat. Thanks.
Cinderella, wait. Now that you're ready to take responsibility for your own destiny,
It's possible. And now about that dress, huh? Wait. They're beautiful. Thank you. Well, have a lovely night. Oh, but aren't you coming?
Honey, I've done so many of these do's. I couldn't do another do.
Oh, but I'm afraid
Of what?
of not fitting in with, the other girls.
I was never really big on fitting in. I always preferred to stand out.
But nothing in my life has prepared me for a night like tonight.
And yet everything in your life has led you to this moment. Look around you, Cinderella. Your wish has been granted. Now get in there and do something with it.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, and Cinderella, wait, one more thing, extremely important. You must leave the palace before the clock strikes 12.
But
No buts. Just make certain you leave before midnight.
okay, I will.
And Cinderella, you're as beautiful tonight as your mother ever was.
It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage, and for white mice so easily turn to horses. Such folderol and fiddly of course is quite possible.
For the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. Impossible. Things are happening every day.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Anyway, we're doing it for our son.
It looks like Chris is having a worse time than I am.
Darling, he'll find the one he's looking for tonight.
And if he doesn't,
It's going to be a long night.
Pardon me, your royal stewardship, but I'm sure you've noticed my two beautiful daughters.
Please, madam, His Highness will dance with all the young ladies in due course.
Well, naturally, every mother is eager that her daughter should dance with the prince, but what I want to know is who has the honor of dancing with his steward?
Stewards don't dance.
Now, there's no need to be coy. There's a look in your eyes that says,
Please, don't touch.
let's not pretend, Lionel. I can sense there's a certain something between us.
Madam, I do wish there was something between us. A continent.
how much longer do we have to stay?
Until the very end.
Constantina, look who he's dancing with.
Have I missed something? What's so funny?
Your Highness is so witty!
How would you know? I haven't said anything yet.
So tell me, Lionel, when a girl marries a prince, she becomes a royal princess?
Yep.
Which would make her mother a royal.
Pain in the neck.
Good evening.
Hi there.
You like...
Ships that pass in the night and speak to each other in passing on the ocean of life.
Excuse me.
That's poetry.
Oh! Do you have an itch?
Why would you ask that?
Because you're scratching yourself.
Ships that pass in the night. That's like you and me.
Is it?
On the ocean of life.
Thank you,
That's
miss.
like, you know, water.
How much more of this are you going to put me through?
Why, darling, it's the shank of the evening.
So, are you ready for the next round?
I suppose so. The sooner I get through them all, the sooner I can get out of here.
Ah, that's the spirit.
Just getting started and...
I wake in the loneliness of sunrise as the deep purple heaven turns blue and starts to pray as I pray each day that I'll hear some word from you. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver-flaked sea, and ask the moon, oh, how soon will my love appear to me? Will my love appear?
Oh, Your Highness, I really must introduce you to my...
May I have the pleasure of this dance?
I'd be delighted, Your Highness.
Well, things are looking up.
I wonder who she is. Lionel, who is that captivating creature?
Beats me. No one seems to know, but she sure is beautiful.
Oh, all of a sudden he is a different boy. His face has lighted up and he is dancing with a new spring in his
You know,
step.
seeing him dance with that lovely girl, it brings me back
To where?
to the first time I danced with you, my darling.
I wonder who she is.
I wonder who she is.
Who is she?
I've never seen the girl before. Well, whoever she is, it's obvious to me that he likes her best.
Funny, she doesn't look very intellectual.
forgive me. But have we met before?
No, Your Highness.
You're certain?
I think I would remember meeting a prince.
Yes, I suppose so. Have you ever met someone and felt as if you've known them forever?
Not until tonight.
10 minutes ago, I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling. You gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago, I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her. She's an angel with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
May I?
Dad. Mother.
Darling, who is that enchanting girl?
That's what I was trying to find out before we got so rudely interrupted.
Of course, it doesn't really matter. You told me yourself you wouldn't find the girl of your
Maybe
dreams
I was
tonight.
wrong.
More importantly...
Okay, you were right. I have found her. She's an angel with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies.
I don't believe we've seen you before. Do we know your parents?
I don't think so.
Well, then you must introduce us.
Well, my father, he... And my mother, well, she... I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Will you excuse me for a moment?
Well, of course, my dear.
Christopher, I couldn't help noticing that divine Goyle you were dancing with.
That's my mother.
Oh, no, not her. I mean the Goyle who's leaving.
Leaving? Will you excuse me? You're not leaving already.
Well,
Look, I don't know what my dad said.
No, he was wonderful.
Then please, stay for just one more dance. Look, I know we haven't known each other for very long, but how do you feel?
10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells, fling out my arms, and to sing out the news. I have found him, I have found him. He's the light of the stars in my eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and he's taking me back to the skies.
May I ask you something?
Within reason.
What brought you here tonight?
Well, it's kind of a long story. My family didn't want me to come tonight. In fact, they don't even know I'm here.
I'm glad you are. The truth is, I almost didn't come myself.
How could a prince not show up for his own ball?
Don't you think it's all a little medieval? I mean, it's no secret my parents are anxious to marry me off, but this whole thing makes me feel like some kind of a prized bull or something.
every eligible young maiden, vying to be your devoted servant forever and ever.
Servants? I got. What I need is someone I can really talk to.
It's beautiful out here.
Yes, it is. You're not like most girls, are you?
Not like the girls you meet, I suppose.
Actually, I don't meet very many girls. I lead a pretty sheltered life.
So do I.
Really? Every day, same old, same old.
Having no life of your
The
own.
same silly arguments.
You just want to run away
And
and never come back.
It looks like we have a lot in common.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Besides, you don't really know me.
But I'd like to. And I want you to know me. Look, I know we just met, and it's crazy and everything, but would you like to see the rest of the gardens?
I'd love to.
Did you get a good look at her?
Only a glance. Could you hear what they were saying?
Only a word or two.
She must be a princess or something.
His Highness sure seems to go for her.
Well, there's just no accounting for taste.
Why would a fella want a girl like her, a frail and fluffy beauty? Why can't a fella ever once prefer a solid girl like me?
She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm and with very little trouble. I could break her little arm. Oh,
Why would a fella want a girl like her, so obviously unusual? Why can't a fella ever once prefer a usual girl like me?
her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink.
But not any pinker than a rose is.
Her skin may be delicate and soft.
But not any softer than a nose is.
Her neck is no whiter than a swan.
She's only as dainty as a daisy.
She's only as graceful as a bird.
So why is a fella going crazy? Why would a fella want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can't a fella ever once prefer a girl who's merely me?
She's a frothy little bubble with a frilly sort of air.
And with very little trouble, I can plait our hair.
Oh,
So why would a fella want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can't a fella ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? What's the matter with a man? What's the matter with a man? What's the matter with a man?
So even when it's just the three of us, we eat every meal at a table that seats 42 people. It's insane.
I must say, you certainly lead an interesting life.
It's become a lot more interesting tonight. Isn't it strange how things happen? A girl comes down a flight of stairs and suddenly, nothing will ever be the same.
And do you believe in guardian angels?
Guardian angels?
You know, someone who watches over you, kind of helping things along. Maybe someone from a long time ago who you thought went away, but who never really left at all. Do you believe in such things?
Does that explain why you're the most entrancing sight I'll ever see? Why your voice is the sweetest sound I'll ever hear? Does that explain why I think I'm falling in love with you? Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl too perfect to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as wonderful as you seem? I guess it's not a very good sign when you tell someone that you love them and they don't say anything.
I'm afraid that if I speak, I might wake up.
Are you dreaming that I'm about to kiss you? invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as wonderful as you seem? Are you really as wonderful as you?
No, I have to go.
Wait! Don't go!
But when the king got up and led the orchestra with a loaf of bread, well, laugh! I thought I'd die.
The best night of my life.
Your life!
Did you get to dance with the prince?
I only danced with the prince for an hour or so.
An hour?
Why didn't you?
Of course I did! If you did, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if the prince chose one of my girls for his bride.
It sounds almost too good to be true. Did you know everyone?
Everyone who's anyone.
Except for some princess, something or other, who arrived late and left early.
A princess? Did she get to dance with the prince?
I didn't notice.
Do you think he liked her?
What's with all the questions?
Really? I feel positively
I'm
interrogated.
sorry. Just trying to imagine what it must have been like. When you're driving through the moonlight on the highway, when you're driving through the moonlight to the dance, you are breathless with the wild anticipation of adventure and excitement and romance. And at last you see the towers of the palace, silhouetted on the sky above the park. And below them is a row of lighted windows, like a lovely diamond necklace in the dark.
It looks that way.
The way you say, she talks as if she knows.
I do not know these things are so. I only just suppose. I suppose that when you come into the ballroom, that the room itself is floating in the air. You are suddenly confronted by His Highness, and you're frozen like a statue on a stair. You're afraid he'll hear the way your heart is beating, and you know you mustn't make the first advance. You are seriously thinking of retreating, when you seem to hear him asking you to dance.
He is strong
And straight as a lance,
and his hair
is dark and wavy,
his
can
arm.
melt you with a glance.
He could turn a girl to gravy.
And when he dances with you, he whirls you around so that your feet never touch the
Then
floor.
you can feel his hot breath on your neck.
A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in the hazy heaven tremble above you, while he's whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you'll keep a kiss of this lovely, lovely night.
A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be.
The stars in a hazy heaven
Tremble above you.
while he's whispering.
Darling, I love you.
You say goodbye,
away
we
you fly.
but on your lips you'll keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night. La la, la la, la 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 la. You say goodbye, away you'll fly.
On your lips you'll keep a kiss.
All your life you'll dream of this
Lovely,
lovely night,
lovely night.
lovely night.
Nonsense. Rubbish and drive. It was nothing like that. And the two of you, hanging on her every word. Enough. Go to your rooms. It's late. And as for you, princess, get your head out of the clouds. Your father. Your father spoiled you rotten with a lot of empty dreams and impossible wishes that will never come true. You're a little fool. Cinderella and I do not suffer fools gladly.
The stars in the hazy heaven, trembling above me, danced when he promised always to love me. The day came through, away I flew, but on my lips he left a kiss. All my life I'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
What happened, Chris?
Did you say to her, darling?
I don't know. We were in the gardens, and she ran out. We've got to find
Well,
her.
what's her name?
I don't
Where
know.
does she live?
I don't know.
You certainly didn't get to know her very well.
I felt like I knew her the moment we met.
But you don't know anything about
I
her.
know that she's different than any other girl in the world. All my life, I've been searching for something. I wasn't sure exactly what, but I found it in her last night.
How can you be so sure?
Do I love her because she's beautiful?
Or is she beautiful because you love her?
Am I making believe I see in her a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want her because she's wonderful?
Or is she wonderful because you want her?
I can't lose her. Not now.
It's all right, son. She is out there somewhere.
Lionel, we're going to search for the foot that fits this slipper. We'll We'll try it on every girl in the kingdom if we have to.
Yeah, but who dances in glass shoes?
Have the stable master prepare the coach immediately. We'll leave at dawn.
Consider it done, Your Highness.
Do find a pillow for that shoe before it breaks.
A glass slipper? What a night.
Chris, we'll find her.
Am I making believe I see in you a girl too perfect to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as wonderful as you seem?
This map makes no sense.
That's because it's upside down.
Oh.
That
What? Oh, okay.
Trust me.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Careful.
Sorry. Oh, hey, careful.
We have to find her.
Okay. All right.
Dr. Fieldbright, the pharmacist.
Too flighty.
Master Greenfield, the grocer.
Too geeky.
Lord Hedgegrow, the horticulturist.
Too hairy.
Girls, I think perhaps you're being a bit too particular. I am up to the eyes.
You want us to be happy, don't
Of
you?
course I do. Like any mother, I want you both to have what I never had. Now, who could that be at this hour? And unannounced, Cinderella, the door.
It's the royal steward.
The royal stew. Cinderella, fetch my boa. He can't see me like this.
Cinderella, my vest!
Cinderella, my jacket!
Why would he be
He's
here?
come to see me. You don't. He's obviously smitten.
Ouch!
Cinderella, get the book is out of here.
Cinderella, this isn't my jacket!
Inside out.
Oh! I think I broke my toe!
You! I almost broke my arm getting this jacket on. Cinderella, take this to the kitchen and stay there until my guest leaves and I come for you. Am I understood?
Yes,
All
stepmother.
right, girls, a lesson on how to greet a suitor. Watch and learn. Lionel! What a pleasant surprise. I just knew there was something special between us.
Have we met?
Why, you were obviously intrigued by our little tete-a-tete at the ball.
Please, madam, some restraint.
Restraint above all else!
Presenting His Royal Highness, Prince Christopher.
Ladies, I am in search for the maiden whose foot fits this slipper.
She lost it at the ball.
Really? Why, I was just saying to my lovely daughter Joy this morning, I was saying, Joy, where on earth could you have ever lost your slipper, wasn't I, dear? I was saying, where on earth could you have lost it? Wasn't I, dear?
Oh, that's my shoe. I'd know that shoe anyway.
Sweetheart, Joy, the shoe is made of glass. It doesn't stretch.
Why, that's my shoe, sister. You know that. Oh, well, you see, it fit perfectly, the ball, and you don't happen to have another shoe, do you?
Please, madam, are there any other women in this house?
Why, yes, there is one more. Move it.
Well, I meant to say younger women.
How much younger?
Younger than you.
Please, I am begging you, please take one of my daughters. Joy has such charm and elocution. Peter Piper picked his pepper. She's really much smarter than she looks. And Grace, why, that girl's strong as an ox. And cultured, she can recite the wreck of the Hespers in 3 different languages.
4, if you count Big Latin. Ekin say esperwe, Williams way,
Look,
Aldworth way.
lady, it's been a long day. For the last time, are there any other young women in this house?
Aldworth way, Williams
shut
way.
up?
Aldworth.
No, there are no other young women
I'm
in the
here.
house. What?
I'm sorry, stepmother, but I am here.
A scullery maid.
A servant girl.
Chimney sweep.
Well, you certainly sound like a girl of many talents. What say we try on?
Wait a minute. Didn't I bump into you in the village about a week ago?
In the... Of course. You helped me with my packages.
Yes, that was right after I knocked him out of your arms.
You said that everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect.
You never did tell me your name.
It's Cinderella.
What a beautiful name. May I, Cinderella?
This can't be happening.